Straight ahead on CCX News, how local cities are accommodating an aging population. We take a closer look at one local suburb's so-called age-friendly initiative. Plus, a local hospital honors its heroes, what they did, and how the hospital hopes others will do the same. And later, a bathroom designed with a Robbinsdale twist. CCX News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. It was a race decided by less than 0.5%. Today, we officially found out who won the race for Hennepin County Sheriff. Incumbent Rich Stanek conceded to challenger Dave Hutchison, who goes by the nickname Hutch. Stanek lost by roughly 2,300 votes. The Hennepin County Canvassing Board certified the results Tuesday morning after finding no errors in the vote totals. Stanek congratulated Hutchison and says the transition is underway. The three-term sheriff also called it a great honor to serve alongside the dedicated men and women in the sheriff's office. Hutchison, meanwhile, is a former Metro Transit sergeant. During the election, he pledged a more progressive, open, inclusive department. Hutch makes history with the victory, too. He becomes the first openly gay sheriff in the Midwest. Meanwhile, an unsuccessful run for governor will be the last election attempt for Hennepin County Commissioner Jeff Johnson. Johnson announced that he will not make another run at public office. That includes not seeking another term on the county board. Johnson lives in Plymouth and represents that part of that city as well as Maple Grove on the county board. His term expires at the end of 2020. Johnson says he wants to focus on public safety issues during the remainder of his term. Now to a bizarre story at Noble Elementary in Golden Valley. Robbinsdale School Superintendent emailed a letter to Noble parents Monday saying the district is investigating a report of a substitute teacher who entered another class unannounced and relieved herself in front of students. No students were harmed and the substitute was immediately removed from class. The incident remains under investigation. No word yet on what will happen to that substitute teacher. People are living longer, more productive lives than ever before. The silver tsunami, as it's called, is changing people's perspective on what it means to grow older. An unprecedented number of baby boomers are reaching retirement age. Around the year 2020, Minnesota's 65-plus population is expected to eclipse the 5 to 17 age group for the first time in history. And as demographics shift, more cities are implementing policies to become more age-friendly. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us what the city of Maple Grove is doing to accommodate the growing population of seniors.
This is the first home I've ever lived in my life.
Anne Marie and Jim Seward have deep roots in Maple Grove.
I mean, I grew this grass by seed. Just to begin with, every plant that's on the outside of this house I planted.
The 60-something-year-old couple doesn't have to venture up north to find peace and relaxation.
This is our cabin.
Their home is an oasis of serenity among the bustling city. Their cabin-like retreat is located off Rice Lake.
Park system is wonderful.
Park system's fantastic, the lakes. I did all the electrical wiring, I did all the woodworking in here.
Jim is handy and built a majority of the addition in the back of the house.
I put it up as a shelf, and these are pieces of the roots of the trees that were growing in the lake when they drained it.
They've raised 3 boys and created a lot of memories in the home.
Kids played sports, and it's a fantastic place.
The city looks a lot different from when they first moved in some 35 years ago.
When we moved here, it was all young people. Everybody was young, and all of a sudden, within years, they started talking about 55 and older.
I'll protect my babies.
Both are very active, but they've had to make lifestyle changes over the years.
You have to accept the fact that you can't do it like you used to. Like we just redid the back wall on one side of our house. So Jim had put it all in himself over 30 years ago. But we realized there's no way he could all the repair and the replacement. He couldn't do that anymore.
The couple prepared ahead of time, purchasing insurance so they can be cared for in their home when they get older.
We wanted to make sure that we didn't burden our children with anything. Someday they'll appreciate that.
Anne Marie and Jim Seward are among the rapidly growing 55-plus crowd who call Maple Grove home. In fact, a quarter of the population is made up of seniors. In 2016, the city joined the AARP network of age-friendly communities.
So cities are taking it upon themselves to figure out ways to involve older adults in planning processes and figure out how to make their communities great places for people to age.
The Maple Grove Age-Friendly Initiative started about 4 years ago. They conducted a citywide assessment and just recently completed a 3-year action plan.
We are just starting the work.
The initiative focuses on different areas, everything from healthcare, civic engagement, parks and green spaces, to analyzing transportation needs. The city recently upgraded the My Ride bus service. A new app and online system makes it easier for people to summon a ride so they can get to doctor's appointments or go shopping.
So we're looking at what other communities are doing and ways that we can improve the transportation that we have here in Maple Grove.
Housing is also a big part of the plan. The city is looking at several different areas, including affordability and availability. Currently, there are over 5 senior living facilities in the city, including Woodland Mounds and Arbor Lakes Commons.
We want to better understand how can we bring some more affordable senior housing into our community.
The other part of the puzzle includes helping people like Anne Marie and Jim Seward,
I'm not ready to leave yet.
who love their community and the lives they built over the decades and want to stay in their home and live independently for as long as they can.
Well, you raise your 3 kids here, and it's just like this is part of what our family is. It would really be hard to get rid of it.
In Maple Grove, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Maple Grove is also helping mature adults stay socially connected. The city recently gave computer tablets to residents at Arbor Lake Commons and the Woodland Mounds building. They also provide internet service for about $20 a month. Maple Grove is one of 4 cities in the state that are part of the AARP network of age-friendly communities. Comic book fans are mourning this week after the death of beloved creator Stan Lee. Even those who don't know the name know the characters: Spider-Man, X-Men, Black Panther, the Incredible Hulk. And most of them have something in common, not just two-dimensional heroes fighting in strange clothes, but relatable characters with a purpose, and often that purpose is fighting for diversity.
X-Men is a great example. A lot of the X-Men storylines paralleled a lot of the racial divide that was going on and is continuing to go on.
Lee died Monday in Los Angeles. Staff at Hot Comics in New Hope say they fielded a number of phone calls from people who wanted to talk about Stan Lee's iconic career. According to DonateLife.org, one organ donor can save up to 75 people. North Memorial Health Hospital has had dozens of donors save lives at its hospital over the years. And while you may have heard of the wall of donors before, reporter Meredith Hackler shows us how the new wall will be even better to honor those who have donated.
Christopher Benz, Joseph Miller, and Patrick O'Connell. They might all seem like regular people, but to many, they are heroes.
North Memorial Health was the first hospital to have a wall honoring donors, and they had a beautiful wall showing photographs of individuals who have given life. We decided to transition that to an electronic version.
The wall is interactive, so any bio that you click on will pull up a memoir that was written by their loved ones.
And so this is the ability for their family members to really show who they were as an individual before they actually did donate.
Before, family members had to come in person to the hospital to see their loved one's dedication. Now that dedication is available at their fingertips.
Before, our old wall, you'd actually have to come in and the families would have to be present to see the picture, and we would do kind of an annual remembrance of that individual. Now with this new wall, they can actually look at it virtually, so we could send the URL to anybody that would want to see it.
Sharing these hero stories is a responsibility the hospital gladly takes on.
So these individuals at the end of their life gave a very, very precious gift. And it's our responsibility as stewards of those gifts to honor that legacy and to share that legacy with others and to share those stories.
Offering families a platform so that their loved ones will never be forgotten, with hopes others will be inspired to say yes to donation. In Robbinsdale, Meredith Hackler, CCX News.
Still ahead, 2 students in Golden Valley receive prestigious music scholarships, and you will meet them up next. Plus, the Armstrong-Cooper girls hockey team hopes an experienced group can move up in the standings this winter. That's later in sports. But first, a Wednesday warm-up. Temperatures will climb into the 40s. Welcome back. This week's School Spotlight shines on the Perpich Center for Arts Education. A couple of talented students are doing some very special things, and we get more now from Eric Nelson.
Everything sounds good at Perpich these days. Seniors Joseph Liebig and Cassidy Albrecht have both been nominated for prestigious musical scholarships.
It's a huge deal.
From the Peabody Institute of the Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore.
It's such an honor. I'm so happy that they even considered me. It seems so impossible.
I was kind of surprised, honestly. It's a big honor.
Liebig is a multi-dimensional performer who has many musical gifts.
He is a pianist and plays at a high level. We've been really impressed with how he's progressed in the last couple of years. In addition, he started composing on his own.
Liebig enjoys studying classical music and is fascinated by the impact it can have.
Because it's so beautiful, it's so artful, it has so much emotion, so much growth. It's a really powerful experience.
Albrecht also has a range of talent. She plays the violin, sings classical voice, and even loves music theory.
Music theory for a lot of kids can be like going to the dentist. It's not their favorite thing, but it's necessary.
When I originally came, I really wanted to learn theory. That was the first thing, and I wanted to make time for being able to study violin.
Deep breath.
According to Perpich teacher Isla Raleigh, Albrecht's potential is unlimited.
The voice that she has right now, though, it's just lovely. It's a beautiful soprano sound. And I can already tell it's going to grow into a much larger instrument that would be suitable for opera or recital.
If this tandem gets the scholarships, it would reflect well on Perpich and the school's mission.
It's really a testament to the training that the kids get here and how this school provides students from across the state with opportunities that they might not get in their home communities.
In Golden Valley, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
One of the scholarships is worth $100,000 over 4 years, and the other is worth $80,000. So good luck to you both. Still ahead, a bathroom inspired by a city. We'll show you that story coming up. But first, the girls' hockey season is underway. We'll hear from the Armstrong-Cooper Wings next in sports with John Jacobson.
The girls' hockey season is underway as the first sport to get the winter season started. Armstrong-Cooper is looking to put a few more wins in the win column this winter. Jay Wilcox has more on the Wings.
It's a mixture of newcomers and veterans on the Armstrong-Cooper varsity this winter.
I think this is the highest returning age. You just asked how many seniors, juniors, returners we have. We graduated 5 from last year, but most of the kids on our varsity are returners. So I think it'll be nice to see an older group compared to my first season. We had mostly sophomores and juniors and not really a very large senior class.
Yeah, we know exactly what to expect, and it's nice to play with girls that we've played for a long time, most of our lives. It's just nice.
The Wings struggled to score last season in a 4-win campaign. Generating more offense is certainly a key this winter.
Yeah, we've actually had some younger girls step up, which is kind of surprising, but I think in our offensive zone we'll be looking pretty good compared to last year, yeah.
There are admittedly some teams on the schedule for the Wings that will be tough to beat, but they feel they can and should be competitive against a lot of their opponents.
Based on our schedule, I think it's very possible to us to pull off a 500 record. The games we're looking at and comparing ourselves to the other teams, I feel like we'll be right in there with them, so yeah.
I think just playing to the end. I think sometimes we kind of just give up a little, so I think just playing the whole game like we can and we'll be good.
I think playing well against the teams that we should beat or that we can beat. We tend to play really hard against some of the top teams, and then when we play a team that's kind of at our level, or even I would argue maybe we have more talent than, we tend to get casual and not dominate a game that we should. So
we'll see if Armstrong-Cooper can put it all together this winter on the ice. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The Wings lost their first 2 games to Rogers and Andover. After facing Blaine Tuesday night, they travel north to meet Northern Lakes and then Long Prairie Gray Eagle Friday and Saturday. After a couple of near misses in recent years, the Champlin Park volleyball team won its first state title on Saturday. On this week's Sports Jam show on CCX, Jay Wilcox profiled 3 Rebels juniors who quietly helped the team excel. Here's a clip from that story.
Aspirin back to Schmidt.
A star-studded senior class for the Champlin Park volleyball team drew plenty of headlines, and deservedly so. But the future leaders, juniors Jordan Stalpus, Hannah Praske, and Sammy Hilly, certainly made some big contributions to the team.
I think it's been really important because it helped our team since we have hitters in every position and every age. So when they're gone, then we have us too.
We know we're gonna lose a lot of talented seniors next year, but we're excited to just keep working and bring it next year.
It's been super important to have them. They're great leaders and they're going to be great leaders, and just having them on the court has helped so much, especially they come out expecting the seniors to do all the work when in reality the juniors are somebody to watch out for. And I think they just help a ton.
Rebels coach John Yonker appreciates what the junior trio of Stalpus, Praske, and Hilly brought to this year's team, and also knows they'll be players he can count on in the future.
They kind of fly under the radar sometimes a little bit because of what we have with the senior class, and they contributed some last year as sophomores, and even Jordan a little bit as a freshman. But it was fun watching them all come into their own over the years. Sammy, towards the end of the year last year, really came into her own and just was on fire at the state tournament and made the all-tournament team, and that's carried over into this year. And Hannah's stronger and improved, and Jordan's out there. She's taken on a bigger role in the back row for us and been great in serve, receive, and of course her offense.
See the rest of that story and more this week on Sports Jam. It's on through Wednesday at 3:30, 6:30, and 9:30 p.m. on CCX1 and also online at ccxmedia.org. Big signing day on Wednesday for high school athletes. We'll have that coming up for you Wednesday starting at 4. Shannon, back to you.
All right, big day. Thanks, John. Up next, a bathroom that goes where quite possibly no Robbinsdale bathroom has gone before. We'll show you how it's decorated up next. And finally, it's pretty common to see seashells or nautical items in a bathroom, but I bet you've never seen a bathroom decorated like this one in Robbinsdale.
Again, I just started creating all of my little art, all my Birdtown pieces, and I think I just hung one item up there. And then my head started clicking, going, wait a minute. What a fun small space that's on the main level of my home. My husband and I love to entertain, and it's just kind of a tribute to where we are here in Robbinsdale, and it's fun.
Cheryl Hillman has lived in Robbinsdale for more than 20 years, but when she purchased a new house about a year ago, she put her own spin on the decor. She says her Birdtown bathroom is almost like a conversation piece. Cheryl makes her own locally themed artwork, and she sells it at Minnesota Makers and Wickedly Charming, which are both in downtown Robbinsdale. So it's not every day you get to call up someone and ask them to see their bathroom, but Cheryl said she'd show us. So thank you, Cheryl. We'll see you tomorrow.